and welcome to Sri Lanka Morning Show. Aibowan.
Salsagare bage nikelel aadare noidul e obesene noidul sege mata mulu jeevite pura suwandagi mata mulu jeevite pura suwandagi पुल्ले मगेलो में हसरल याउने सिहिलल उസുवे केने मनलुल आदरे मट मुल्लु जीविते पुरा सतुटरदे मट मुल्लु जीविते पुरा सतुटरदे
Christmas in July. Friday, 12th July, live music by Western Whiskey at Sandown Regency Noble Park. For further information, please contact Esric 04477 82410, Desmond 0422572055.
Jet Travel and Cruise Explore the World Annual Gala Ball featuring No Limit and Ebony. Saturday, the 17th of August 2024 at Springvale City Hall. For more information on 0423 737074.
Aibowan. My name is Dr. Sam Dasanaka. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor practicing in Melbourne. Today in this Ayurvedic segment, we would like to bring you very useful information pertaining to this time, the current times, when we are just embarking on winter. So winter times, the influenza is always on the rise. So it is of utmost importance that you follow proper hygiene. You always have to make sure you wash your hands and you wear a face mask, because COVID is also on the rise. If you look on news, you will see that COVID admissions have increased, and on top of that there is a spread of avian flu virus. So this is very dangerous. Avian flu virus is can be fatal if it is not detected on time, and if you get treated just for a common cold, then things can get escalated and you can be hospitalized without any help. So it is of importance that you follow proper hygiene procedures and you always keep warm. So if you wear a face mask, then that will prevent you from other infected people spreading the germ, because we wouldn't know. I mean, we will see for common symptoms like cough and cold, flu or fever. And there could be, so these things happen in the incubation period. So if it is at the onset, if you just catch, you still carry the germ and you still have the ability to spread it. So it is of importance that you follow these procedures. And firstly, you should get vaccinated. The flu vaccine. Please go to your doctor, the GP or the pharmacist and get the flu vaccine. Why? Because it will prevent you from spreading the germ and it will give you immunity before it actually happens to you. And secondly, you are protecting yourself and your family and your loved ones and your workmates and colleagues. So it is of importance to get the flu vaccine. Now, on top of the flu vaccine, if you suspect that you are in a vulnerable stage, whether you are aged or if you have other diseases like diabetes and uncontrolled, then it's of importance to talk to your GP and get other vaccines like shingles, chickenpox, so on and so forth. So this is of importance. And as I said, this is a time to be careful, to be preventive, follow the preventive procedures. If it is also important to drink some kottamalli. These are our traditional remedies against cough and cold and fever. Now if you are a little bit behind, you don't have time to make some kottamalli with a little bit of ginger, then you can go to the Sri Lankan shop and buy some suvadarani. So suvadarani is a perfect 5 things: Vishnu Kranti, Venivalgata, Adatoda, kottamalli, Katu Albatu. So 5 things, Paspangu. So it is there. So all you got to do is just buy the thing and make it like tea and have it at least once in 2 days, 3 times a week. So this will give you immunity and this will protect you from getting into a influenza, cough and cold. And if you have a cough and if it is not going away, it is good to see if you are suffering from asthma. Try the suvadarani first, and if it doesn't quite give you the results, then it's time to have a cough suppressant, Kantakari syrup. That could be Katu Albatu, that could be Venivalgata, that could be Kapravallia, anything. Try that. Buy it off the shelf, use it. If you get better, perfect. If you don't, then that could be a symptom of a more deeper issue. You could be suffering from asthma. You could be having phlegm in your chest. That will give you the rung sound. You could be having phlegm congestion in your head, galpinas. So all these things collectively could come back and hurt you. So better to try the home remedies first. If it doesn't work, then better to see your Ayurvedic doctor, and we are happy to help you and answer any question you might have. So hope you will make use of this information and be safe and preserve your immunity. Until we meet again, I go on.
Good morning and welcome to another segment of the fascinating world of birds, the segment where we discuss a new bird species every week. Joining me is Chanith Wijeratna, our bird enthusiast. Good morning, Chanith.
Good morning.
So, Chanith, what type of bird are we going to be discussing today?
Today we'll be discussing the blue-faced honeyeater.
Wow, that sounds like a beautiful bird species. What does this bird exactly look like?
So it's quite a distinctive looking bird. It's a reasonably large honeyeater, about the size of the wattle birds. It has green color wings, a pale white underside, and a black face with a sort of area of blue bare skin in the middle of that.
And Chanith, how about their diet? What is that like?
So, like most honeyeaters, their diet consists mostly of nectar, which they take from flowers. However, the blue-faced honeyeater will also take some other plant matter. I understand they don't mind fruits that much.
For our bird enthusiasts in Melbourne, where can they go to find this bird?
That's a bit of an interesting story, actually. The blue-faced honeyeater is a pretty widespread bird in Australia overall, with one population found along the east coast and another population found along the northern coast. Some people have split the second northwest population as the white-winged honeyeater, although that's a bit debated. Now, the interesting thing about these guys is that they're sort of like many species nowadays with the advent of climate change, creeping steadily further and further south. Though they've always been pretty regular in some parts of Victoria, they're now popping up around Melbourne in numbers that haven't been noticed before. Some of the northeast parts of Melbourne have them. Along the Mornington Peninsula there's a small population. If you want to see them for sure though, the closest place to Melbourne is probably Seymour, where they like a particular tree in the back of one of the McDonald's there.
And finally, Chanith, can you tell us an interesting fact about this bird species?
So as I mentioned earlier, it's quite a distinctive honeyeater. The patterning is just pretty different to everything else, as is the size. Another way to differentiate it is the call, which sounds a bit like a cat meowing.
Wow, that's really fascinating. Well, Chanith, that brings us to the end of our segment. Thank you so much for joining with us today and sharing your knowledge and expertise.
Thank you for having me.
Join us again next week as we discuss another fascinating bird species.
Sanji Caldera Associates. With our headquarters based in Melbourne, Australia, you can locate our branch offices in Sri Lanka, Dubai, Canada and London, UK. Some of our services include skilled migration visa, family migration visa, employer sponsorship visa, temporary resident visa, business visa, tourist visa, student visa, administrative appeals tribunal review. Pursuit of excellence through tailored solutions.
The science of life, traditionally known as the Ayurveda. Consultations, diagnosis and treatments are done by fully qualified Ayurvedic practitioner Dr. Sam Dasanayake. Sahandro Ayurvedic Center, best wellness experience.
මොහුනේ ලබ කැලල් පිග්මන්ටේෂන් ඉවත් කළ සුසිනිදු පැහැපත් සමක් ලබා ගැනීමට කැමති ඔබ වෙනුවෙන්ම Forever Gold Pigmentation Remover Cream.
News Weekly is brought to you by Esdan, a trimmer company, the hose specialist. Esdan Plastics Proprietary Limited, 525 to 527 Hammond Road, Dandenong South.
අයිබෝවන් සතියේ ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රවෘත්ති ප්‍රකාශය සමගින් මම තුෂාර ප්‍රනාන්දු. මුලින්ම අවධානය ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රවෘත්ති සිරස්තල වෙතට. නීති විරෝධී වත්කම් විමර්ශන කොට්ටාශය හමුවේ පෙනී සිටි ප්‍රසිද්ධ නිරූපණ ශිල්පිනියක වන පියුමි හංසමාලිගෙන් ප්‍රකාශයක් සටහන් කරගන්න. අභාව ප්‍රාප්ත හිටපු විපක්ෂ නායකවරයෙකු මෙන්ම දෙමළ ජාතික සන්ධානයේ නායක පාර්ලිමේන්තු මන්ත්‍රී ආර් සම්පන්තන් මහතාගේ දේහය බොරැල්ලේ පිහිටි පෞද්ගලික මල් ශාලාවක් වෙත රැගෙනයි. තවදුරටත් බොරු කියමින් ජනතාවගේ ජීවිත සමග සෙල්ලම් නොකරන්නේයි විපක්ෂ නායක සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාසගෙන් ප්‍රකාශයක්. ප්‍රසිද්ධ නිරූපණ ශිල්පිනියක් වන පියුමි හංසමාලිව පසුගියදා අපරාධ පරීක්ෂණ දෙපාර්තමේන්තුවේ නීති විරෝධී වත්කම් විමර්ශන ඒකකයට කැඳවා තිබෙනවා. ඇය සැකසහිත ලෙස රුපියල් කෝටි ගණනක දේපල උපයාගෙන ඇතැයි කියමින් ලද පැමිණිල්ලකට අනුව සිදු කරන ලද විමර්ශනයකට අදාළව ප්‍රකාශයක් ලබා ගැනීම සඳහායි. පැය භාගයකට ආසන්න කාලයක් එම කොට්ටාශයේදී රැඳී සිටිමින් අනතුරුව ඉන් පිටතට පැමිණි පියුම හංසමාලි පවසා සිටියේ නීති විරෝධී වත්කම් බැරකම් සොයන කොට්ටාශයෙන් මේ සම්බන්ධයෙන් ප්‍රකාශ ලබා ගැනීමට සූදානම් නොමැති බැවින් වෙනත් දිනයක් ලබා දීමට කටයුතු කරන බවයි.
I think එන්නකම බරට බරේදී මේ ෆයිල් ටික තව ගොඩාරියක් තියෙන හොඳලට ඒ ටික ගෙනිච්චේ නැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ අද හොඳ සූදානමකින් දාවේ. හොඳටම සූදානමින් මම ආවා. ඉතින් මොකද මේක පෞගිය ටිකේම මුල ලංකාවේම පත්තරවල TV channels වල හෙඩ්ලයින් එක උනානේ. ඉතින් මුල ලංකාවක්ම බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා. සමහර විට මට ආදරය කරන මගේ රසික රසිකාවයන් ඉන්න අතරතුරේ මට වෛර කරන අයත් ඉන්නවනේ. ඉතින් ඒ අය බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා. ඇත්තටම පියුමි හංසමාලි කුඩු විකුණනද පියුමි හංසමාලි කළුසල්ලි සුදු කළා. ඒ විදියටනේ අර කකුසියක් කෑ ගහන්නේ. ඉතින් අද මං හිතුවා ඉතින් මට අද මගේ ආදරණීය ෆෑන්ස්ලට කියන්න හම්බෙයි කියලා පියුමි හංසමාලි වැරදි දේවල් කරේ නෑ කියලා. ඉතින් මං අදට ෆයිල් ටික ගෙනාවට ඊළඟ දවසේදී මං හිතන්නේ මෙයාලා ඔක්කොම චෙක් කරලා ඒක ගොඩක් ආසාවෙන් බලාගෙන හිටිය කටියට දැනගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. කිසිම 100%ක් මං මගේ පැත්තෙන් මං හරි බිස්නස් එකක් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් කටියට දැනගන්න පුළුවන්.
හැබැයි ඒත් ඉතින් අවදානම තියෙන මොකද තාම විමර්ශනය ආරම්භ කළේ ඔබතුමියගේ ඔබතුමී සම්බන්ධයෙන් තාම විමර්ශනය කරේ නැහැ නේ.
තාම මං හිතන්නේ එයාලා විමර්ශනය කරගෙන යනක මම දන්නේ නැතුව ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් මොන හරි ෆෝටෝ එකක් අරගෙන ස්ටේට්මන්ට්ස් ගන්න. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒව මගේ බැංකුව හරහා හැමදේම අරගෙන තියෙනවා. දැන්ටමත් එයාලා දන්නවා සහ මේ බොරු ප්‍රකාශන කරලා තියෙන accounts 20ක් තියෙනවා කියලා. ඉතින් අපි මේ සතියේම ඒ කිව්ව account 20යි බැංකුව වලටයි ගිහලා ස්ටේට්මන්ට් ගත්තා. ඉතින් මොකද මට එච්චර accounts නැහැ. මට accounts 9ක් 10ක් වගේ තියෙන්නේ.
එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂ මාධ්‍ය සාකච්ඡාව සිරිකොත මන්දිරයේදී පැවති අතර අසංග පෙරේරා කටුගම්පල කලාප සංවිධායක හා ಭಾರತ තෙන්නකෝන් දඹදිනිය කලාප සංවිධායක මෙහිදී අදහස් පළ කළා.
ජනාධිපතිතුමාට සහයෝගය දීම සඳහා ඊයේ මාතර රැළිය ගත්තාම එහිදී එක්සත් ජාතික පාක්ෂිකයින්, පොහොට්ටු පාක්ෂිකයින්, ශ්‍රී ලංකා නිදහස් පාක්ෂිකයින්, ඒ වගේම සමගි ජන බලවේගයේ පාක්ෂිකයින් එක්ව වෙලා තමයි ඊයේ මේ රැළිය පැවැත්වුවේ. ඒ අප දැක්ක කතාවක් තමයි දැක්ක දේ තමයි අපි සෑම කෙනෙක්ම ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ කුලියාපිටිය රැස්වීමෙන් පස්සේ ඊටාම සාර්ථක රැස්වීමක් හැටියට අපේ අමාත්‍යවරු එහෙමත් නැත්නම් අපේ රජයේ සිටින අමාත්‍යවරු වෙන්න පුළුවන්. අපේ සමගි ජන බලවේගයේ මේ සෑම කෙනෙක්ම එක්ව වෙලා ඒ කරපු ඒ දීපු බලය ඊටාමත්ම බොහොම ආඩම්බර විය යුතුයි නැත්නම් කතාව. ඒ වගේම තමයි අද මේ සෑම දෙයකටම මා කිව යුතුයි අවුරුදු දෙකකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා බංකොලොත් වෙච්ච රටක් ගොඩ ගැනීම සඳහා එතුමාලා දුන්න සහයෝගයට මම ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා.
අපිට ලැබිච්ච ජයග්‍රහණය තමයි අපි රට තිබුණු තැනින් අද වෙනකොට බංකොලොත් භාවයෙන් මිදුණා කියන තැනට අපි ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම තමයි විශේෂයෙන්ම විදේශීය ණය ප්‍රතිහුගත කිරීමේ වැඩ කටයුත්ත බොහොම සාර්ථකව අවසන් කරගන්න හැකියාව ලැබුණා. මේක මම හිතන්නේ අපි රටක් හැටියට නැත්නම් ශ්‍රී ලංකාව හැටියට අපි ලැබපු විශාල ජයග්‍රහණයක්. මොකද එහෙම කියන්නේ පහුගිය අවුරුදු දෙක පුරාවටම අපි ලෝකයේ ඉස්සරහ නැත්නම් ලෝක ප්‍රජාව ඉදිරියේ අපි බංකොලොත් රාජ්‍යයක් හැටියට තමයි අපිව හංවඩු ගහලා තිබුණේ. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ ක්‍රමය නැත්නම් මෙන්න මේ සිස්ටම් එක තමයි මේ වෙනස් කරලි වෙලා මේ ජනතාව අතරට ජනාධිපතිලා බංකොලොත් නැති රාජ්‍යයක් හැටියට ශ්‍රී ලංකාව අද වෙනකොට ලෝක ඉස්සරහ උස්සලා තියලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට විශේෂයෙන් මතක් කරන්න ඕනේ පැරිස් සමාජය හා ඒ නොවන අනිකුත් සියලුම ණය හිමියන් කැමැත්ත ප්‍රකාශ කරලා තියෙනවා ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ණය නැවත ප්‍රතිහුගත කරන්න අවස්ථාව දෙනවා කියන එක.
කොළඹ අශෝක විද්‍යාලයේ රග්බි කණ්ඩායම වෙනුවෙන් නව ජර්සියක් එළි දක්වා තිබෙනවා. එම විද්‍යාලයේ විදුහල්පති බුද්ධික අත්තනායක මහතාගේ ප්‍රධානත්වයෙන් පැවති මෙම උත්සවයට අනුග්‍රහක බවතුන්, රාග ක්‍රීඩකයන්, දෙමව්පියන් ආදී ශිෂ්‍යයන් ඇතුළු විශාල පිරිසක් සහභාගී වුණා. අශෝක විද්‍යාලයේ රග්බි කණ්ඩායම පාසල් රග්බි තරගාවලියේ දෙවන කණ්ඩායමේ ඒ කොටසේ තරඟ වදිනවා.
අද දවසේ අපිට පුළුවන් වෙනවා 2024 වර්ෂයේ අපිට පුළුවන් වෙනවා අශෝකයට නව පිටුවක් පෙරලන්න, විශේෂයෙන්ම රග ක්‍රීඩාවේ. අපි රග ක්‍රීඩාවේ ඉදිරියටම යන්න ලංකාවේ තියෙන පාසල් සියල්ල අභිබවා ඉදිරියට යන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. තව වර්ෂයක් දෙකක් ඇතුළත අපි අශෝකයේ නම රග ක්‍රීඩාව තුළ බබලවන්න කටයුතු කරනවායි කියන පණිවිඩය මේ අවස්ථාවේ අපි දෙනවා. ඒ සඳහා අපේ දරුවෝ සියලු දෙනා, අශෝකීය ප්‍රජාව සියලු දෙනා ලකලෑස්ති වෙලා ඉන්නවායි කියන පණිවිඩයත් මේ අවස්ථාවේදී අපි දෙනවා.
CRFC ක්‍රීඩා පිට්ටනිය ආලෝකකරණය සඳහා එයට අවශ්‍යව තිබූ ආලෝක පහන් කණු සෑදීමට මුල් කළ තැබීම ක්‍රීඩා අමාත්‍ය හරින් ප්‍රනාන්දු මහතා අතින් පසුගියදා සිදු කෙරුණා. CRFC ක්‍රීඩා සමාජයේ සභාපති ටිකිරි ඇල්ලේපොළ CRFC රග්බි කණ්ඩායමේ නායක සුහරු අන්තෝනි මේ අවස්ථාවට එක් වුණා.
That people would prefer to play games towards the evening. One thing that I realized and one thing I really wanted to push CRFC, because this is the home of rugby as we all know, and it will be absolutely brilliant to see games playing towards the evening so that we attract more crowds. I would like to see, I think, even most of the club games, even if the school games could move towards 5 o'clock, 5:30, with the heat, with the global warming, this would make more sense to play towards the evening and get more attention from the crowd and have more festivity along the grounds, which would be one of the key factors of promoting rugby.
පාසල් සංවර්ධනය සඳහා විකල්ප ක්‍රමවේද මත ගුරු වෘත්තියට අනුයුක්ත කරන බවට පොරොන්දුවක් විශ්වභාර අමාත්‍යවරයා විසින් කොටුව දුම්රිය ස්ථානය ඉදිරිපිට කළ සත්‍යග්‍රහයේ නිරත වී සිටි පිරිසට ප්‍රකාශ කිරීමෙන් පසු ඔවුන් එය අවසන් කර තිබෙනවා.
මෙම නඩුව යොමු කරපු සියලුම දෙනාත් සමගින් එකඟතාවයට පැමිණිලා අධ්‍යාපන අමාත්‍යාංශය විදියට සියලු දෙනාම එකඟතාවයට පැමිණිලා අධිකරණයේ අනුමැතිය ලබාගෙන මේ ගැටලුව ඉතා ඉක්මනින් කඩිනමින් විසඳනවා කියන පොරොන්දුව අද දවසේදී ඇමතිවරයා ලබා දුන්නා. අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා ගරු ඇමතුමනි, ඔබතුමා අද දවසේදී සඳහන් කරා සේම ඒ විසඳුම අපිට ලබා දෙයි කියලා. ඒ වගේම තමයි මේ සියලුම අපි ඉල්ලපු සියලුම දේවල් වලට සාධනීය උත්තරයක් විකල්ප ක්‍රියාමාර්ගයක් අද දවසේදී ඇමතුමා අපට සඳහන් කරා. අධිකරණයේ පවතින නඩුවක් නිසා අපි තවදුරටත් මේ පිළිබඳව විස්තර කියන්නේ නැහැ. අධිකරණයත් එක්ක මේක සමතයට පත් කරලා මේ නඩුව සමතයකට පත් කරලා මේකට උත්තරයක් ලබා දෙන්න කටයුතු කරනවා කියන කාරණාව කිව්වා. අපි සූදානම් එම සමතයට පත් වෙන්න. ඒ වගේම මේ දරදී අදපු නිලධාරීන්ට සාධාරණ ඉටු කරගන්න අපි සූදානම්. ඒ වෙනුවෙන් බොහෝ දෙනෙක් කැප වුණා, මහන්සි වුණා. ඔවුන්ගේ දරදිය, ඔවුන්ගේ ශක්තිය නිසා තමයි මේ සටන ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්න මේ දක්වා ගෙන එන්න ශක්තිය ලැබුණේ කියන කාරණාවත් මතක් කරනවා.
රට බංකොලොත් වී ඇති මොහොතක බංකොලොත් භාවයෙන් ගොඩ එන ගමනේදී රටේ ඇති අඩුපාඩු අඩුලුහුඬුකම් ක්‍රමේ ගැටලු හා අභියෝග ආදී සියල්ල හඳුනාගෙන ගොඩ ආයුතු බවත් මේ ගමන සාර්ථකව යාමට නම් අපි රටේ ජනතාවට බොරු කීම, වංචා කිරීම හා රැවටීම් සිදු නොකළ යුතු බවත් විපක්ෂ නායකවරයා පවසනවා. අද වන විට ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ දේශීය හා විදේශීය ණය බරතාවය ඇමරිකානු ඩොලර් බිලියන 100කට ආසන්න බවත්, එම නිසා ශ්‍රී ලංකාව මර උගුලින් එළියට යා හැකි ක්‍රමවේදය සිටිය යුතු බවත්, එහිදී රට බහරව කටයුතු කළ යුතු සියලු දෙනා මතක තබා ගත යුත්තේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ తాවකාලික බාරකරුවන් බැවින් රට වෙනුවෙන් ගනුදෙනු කරන විට, ගිවිසුම් ගසන විට තමන් ගැන, පැවැත්ම ගැන හෝ දේශපාලන ආයු කාලය ගැන නොව රට ගැන සිතා කටයුතු කළ යුතු බවත් විපක්ෂ නායක සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මහතා ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා.
විදේශීය ණය ප්‍රතිව්‍යුහගතකරණය කරනකොට, රීස්ට්‍රක්චර් කරනකොට රටට වාසිදායක අන්දමින්, ජනතාවට වාසිදායක අන්දමින් අපි මේ ප්‍රතිව්‍යුහගතකරණය ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්නට ඕන. හෙමින් කරන්නට ගිහිල්ලා, කලබලයට කරන්නට ගිහිල්ලා, තමන්ගේ කාලසටහන අනුව, තමන්ගේ පැවැත්ම අනුව ඒ වැඩ කටයුතු කරන්නට ගියොත් රටට ලැබෙන්නේ නරක කිවිසුමක්. වාසිදායක නොවන කිවිසුමක්. ඒ නිසා මම විශේෂයෙන්ම කියන්නට කැමතියි. මේ රටත් එක්ක රටේ ජනතාවගේ ජන ජීවිතත් එක්ක සෙල්ලම් කරන්න එපා. ජනතාව රවට්ටන්න එපා. බොරු මත ඉදිරිපත් කරලා සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම අසත්‍ය කාරණාවන් ඉදිරිපත් කරලා රටේ ජනතාව මං මුලා කරන්නට එපා. මේ වැඩසටහන තුල අපි විවෘත වෙන්නට ඕන. අපි අවංක වෙන්නට ඕන. ජනතාවට ඇත්ත කියන්නට ඕන. මේවා තමයි රට මුහුණ දෙන ගැටලු. මේවා තමයි ප්‍රශ්න. මේවා තමයි අභියෝග. මේ අභියෝග ජයග්‍රහණය කරන්නට නම් හැමෝම එකතු වෙන්නට ඕන. හැමෝම අත්වල බැඳ ගන්නට ඕන. හැමෝම පරිත්‍යාග කරන්නට ඕන.
මේ සමගින් අදට නියමිත සතියේ ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රවෘත්ති ප්‍රකාශය නිමවට පත්වෙනවා. මෙම ප්‍රවෘත්ති ප්‍රකාශය නැවත නැරඹීමට ශ්‍රී ලංකා Morning Show YouTube channel වෙතට යොමු වන්න. ඔබ සැමට සුවදායි සතියක්. ආයුබෝවන්.
Abacus Solar, latest and reliable solar systems, world best panels and inverters, price beat guarantee, supervised system installation, excellent after sales service. Call 1300 852 843.
Sanji Caldera Associates. With our headquarters based in Melbourne, Australia, you can locate our branch offices in Sri Lanka, Dubai, Canada and London, UK. Some of our services include skilled migration visa, family migration visa, employer sponsorship visa, temporary resident visa, business visa, tourist visa, student visa, administrative appeals tribunal review. Pursuit of excellence through tailored solutions.
The science of life, traditionally known as the Ayurveda. Consultations, diagnosis and treatments are done by fully qualified Ayurvedic practitioner Dr. Sam Dasanai. Sahandro Ayurvedic Center, best wellness experience.
මොහුනේ ලබ කැලල් පිග්මන්ටේෂන් ඉවත් කර සුසිනිදු පැහැපත් සමක් ලබා ගැනීමට කැමති ඔබ වෙනුවෙන්ම Forever Gold Pigmentation Remover Cream.
The segment that promotes Sri Lankan culture, diversity, nature and heritage is proudly sponsored by Prestige Wardrobe and Shower Screens. So we bring you a special segment to promote Sri Lanka. A special thank you to Sandra and Estrid Jackson for providing us with this segment.
Gangaramaya Temple. This Buddhist temple complex was constructed in the late 19th century. The temple is a place of worship, but also looks to educate people about Buddhism. It's also like a museum, as it showcases a lot of physical items, from jewellery to coins and even a vintage Rolls-Royce. You can also view the temple's most sacred religious relic, a lock of the Buddha's hair, as well as a sacred tree around which the temple was built. Visit during the February full moon, called Poya, to see the Gangaramaya Temple's annual colourful religious ceremony, which includes a procession led by the temple's elephant. The temple complex is in central Colombo, not far from Bear Lake. At 8, National Museum of Natural History. Located right near the Colombo National Museum, across from Viharamaha Devi Park in central Colombo, the National Museum of Natural History showcases the country's incredible natural history. Plants, insects, fish, amphibians and animals are displayed, exclusively those that are endemic to the country. Many rare animals shown are threatened with extinction. Aside from plants, there are many displays of rocks and minerals, also those that are native to the island.
Good morning. My name is Professor Tissa Vijayaratna, neurologist from Melbourne, Australia. I am one of the co-founders and co-chair of World Brain Day World Federation Neurology as well. Today, I am going to remind you the importance of World Brain Day, the 11th World Brain Day campaign that we plan to run on 22nd of July 2024. That's the birthday of World Federation Neurology as well. So this year we celebrate brain health and prevention as the main theme during the World Brain Day campaign. I warmly invite you to reflect on the fact that 1 in 3 of us are suffering from a brain disorder at this point of time. These are brain disorders such as stroke, dementia, Parkinson's disease, peripheral neuropathy, post-COVID-19 neurological syndrome, diabetes-related peripheral neuropathy, seizures, epileptic disorders, neurological infections, etc. There are well over 400 medical disorders that affect your brain, the way that you think, the way that you behave, the way that you feel, and the way that you enjoy your life and the way that you walk. A lot more symptoms, as you can see. The good news is majority of these brain disorders can be prevented with healthy living and the variety of tips that we now know definitely working. If you want to learn more, just visit the World Federation Neurology website and download the World Brain Day Toolbox, and make sure to join our World Brain Day webinar on 22nd of July 2024. I believe this is going to be at Australian Eastern Standard Time 10 p.m. if I recall correctly. When you visit World Federation Neurology website, World Brain Day page, you can register for this webinar. Registration is free, first comes, first serve basis. The webinar will be conducted by some of the world best neurologists encompassing the entire world. I'll be there also as the co-chair of this World Brain Day campaign. So I look forward to seeing you on 22nd of July. Please visit World Federation Neurology website and download the toolbox and share the knowledge and share the toolbox contents with your friends, family to promote brain health. The reason is, without brain health, we are absolutely nothing. It is very important that we preserve our brain health and promote humanity and good health for all. So remember the day, 22nd of July. This year's theme is brain health and prevention. See you there then. Stay safe, stay well, take care. Thank you for watching. So you are taking part in a super historic journey. You started with us since 2019, but we are moving upward and forward, and eventually our job is to promote and preserve humanity with well-functioning brain health and preserved brain health, because at the end of the day, without our brains, we are absolutely nothing.
There'll be marshals dressed in the Migraine Foundation white t-shirts to guide you as well. And make sure you hold your green placards up really high so everyone can see what we're doing. Have a great event.
We're fully equipped with the knowledge that we need going ahead as adults to ensure that we have good brain health and to make and particularly as students as we're going into the last few years of school now. Just to ensure that our brains are operating to the best capacity as well.
Hope you guys enjoy the event, enjoy the walk, it's going to be great.
So
Today we have something very different. Simple blinis with salmon, but they have beautiful flavors through it. So let's go through the ingredients quickly and I'll show you how to make it. So we have blinis. Actually you can make it in house, but it's easier to buy from the shop these days. And then some shallots, some lumpia caviar, you know, the black caviar, and also I have some chives, I have some mustard, lemon juice, orange juice, it's some coleslaw. Again, I bought it from the shop, so it's simple to make it. And then I have beautiful Victorian salmon. So this is so easy. Just get the ingredients ready and it will take no time to cook. So let's start cooking. So before I start cooking, I will cut the salmon. So this salmon, I want to make it a little bit easier for everyone. So just cut small pieces like so. So then have a nice flavor. Okay, there you go. I'll keep the skin. You will know why, because we are cutting them so small it might fall apart. So when you have the skin, it's nicer. There you go. I will put all in one, and then I will add a bit of orange juice, fresh orange juice, and lemon juice, bit of salt and pepper. You got to make sure when you're cooking seafood you have to add salt. I got grain mustard here so you can see the pieces. There you go. Don't be shy. Just add some nice mustard, and also you can add a bit of olive oil. Make sure you wash your hand so it gives that beautiful flavor through to the pieces of fish. Well, all the ingredients are ready now. So my salmon has been marinating for about 15 minutes. So now I'm going to cook them. I'm going to put them out, and very simple. So pan is heating up. Bit of olive oil. Okay, I'm going to put the salmon on. Oh, smell very nice with the mustard and orange, lemon. Beautiful smell. So while we are waiting for salmon to cook, we'll start cooking, getting ready with our preparation. So I want to slice them until we get everything ready. So now you can see salmon's cooking well. See the golden color. There you are. There you are. So just twist and so. You see, very simple. Almost all ready now, because salmon doesn't take that long to cook. All right, so we'll get the blinis set up for the garnish. So like that. So I got my coleslaw. Just a little bit of coleslaw in every plate. So on. You see how simple these dishes are. These are little canapes. When you got guests coming to your house, you just offer them. It's very simple. You see, very beautiful. Nice piece of hot salmon goes on top of the coleslaw salad. Okay, so now we put some very thin slices of shallot. So then we put some lumpia. So there you are, simple, with a salmon on top of the coleslaw and a blinis. So lot of flavors, especially with the caviar and also the onion and the marination of the salmon, coleslaw, they all have different beautiful flavors in your mouth. So that's all for the day. We see you again with a new recipe next week. Bye for now.
Abacus Solar, latest and reliable solar systems, world best panels and inverters, price beat guarantee, supervised system installation, excellent after sales service. Call 1300 852 843.
Sanji Caldera Associates. With our headquarters based in Melbourne, Australia, you can locate our branch offices in Sri Lanka, Dubai, Canada and London, UK. Some of our services include skilled migration visa, family migration visa, employer sponsorship visa, temporary resident visa, business visa, tourist visa, student visa, administrative appeals tribunal review. Pursuit of excellence through tailored solutions.
The science of life, traditionally known as the Ayurveda. Consultations, diagnosis and treatments are done by fully qualified Ayurvedic practitioner Dr. Sam Dasanai. Sri Ayurvedic Center, best wellness experience.
මොහුනේ ලබ කැලල් පිග්මන්ටේෂන් ඉවත් කර සුසිනිදු පැහැපත් සමක් ලබා ගැනීමට කැමති ඔබ වෙනුවෙන්ම Forever Gold Pigmentation Remover Cream.
Good morning, everyone. Today we have the principal migration agent from the Sanji Caldera Associates to discuss about the 1st of July changes for the student visa holders. Now, first of all, we would like to welcome you back to Sri Lanka Morning Show program, Sanji.
Yes, good morning, Tushara.
Sanji, now can we start by explaining what are the changes that the government has recently announced for the 485 visa holders?
Yes, Tushara, there has been many changes, but one of the most important changes is that when a student, when they have finished their studies and they apply for a subclass 485, we call it post-work stream visa or a graduate temporary visa, the duration of that visa does depend on various factors, whether they have done a bachelor's, they have done a master's, and some students who have done certain courses, and there's a list, the CRICOS courses, would get even more years on the subclass 485. Unfortunately, that has stopped now, and all the students who do finish their studies and do qualify for the 485 will only get 2 years.
So there are no exemptions more than 2 years?
There are. Now, the only exemption is that we always had this rule, but they have not changed that, is that if the student has studied and after the studies on their first 485, if they have been living in regional Australia and closer towards when the visa is expiring, and if they can prove that they have studied and lived in regional Australia, they could get extensions up to 2 years.
Right, okay. And one of the main topic that the student visa holders talking about, the age limit.
Very sad. Yes. That is something we all feel about it. It's an unreasonable decision from the department where they didn't give any exemptions. They brought in the rule a few months ago, effective 1st of July. If you have turned 35 years of age, you cannot apply for a subclass 485. Of course, there are some minor exemptions, and that is if you have been studying a PhD or a master's by research, they will be exempted. So, and also British and Hong Kong passport holders, also they can be over 35 years of age. But there are lots of other students.
Isn't it discriminated for other students?
I think so. I think it's a one of the most unreasonable decisions. I'm being very critical about it because we could have given them exemptions, and perhaps the new students could have been under that rule. But that's what it is. So we have to discuss what are the options for people who are 35 years of age and completed their studies, because certainly they don't get the 485 visa.
Yes, that was my next question. So are there any options available for the students who are age 35?
Yeah, so my advice from person to person would be different. We believe that if you're 35 years or more, that there is a certain amount of work experience and qualifications that a person would have obtained before they started studying in Australia. So this is the time that they have to carefully look at to see whether you would extend your student visa for further studies to get qualified, or whether they qualify for a 407 trainee visa or a 482 temporary skill shortage visa, because we believe that they may have had some experience, but whether that experience is in the field of the 482 list or the 407 list, we don't know, but it's worth exploring.
Now, are there any restrictions for the students who are applying for onshore student visas now?
Yes, there is another major rule change that came on the 1st of July. Is we had a situation where if you have come on a holiday to Australia and decided that you want to study and you would apply for a student visa, that is not possible. So anyone who is on a holiday visa, we have various kinds of holiday visas, but anyone who is on a holiday, we call it a tourist visa, cannot apply for a student visa. And the next rule is, there has been instances where a student has completed the studies, applied for a subclass 485 and enjoyed the 485, but have not found PR pathways, so they have gone back for further studies. Unfortunately, anyone who holds a 485 visa now cannot apply for another student visa.
Having all these restrictions, are there any options available for the student visa holders, Sanjay?
Yes, so we talk about people who have been a student and been on the 485. It's extremely important. This is one way of encouraging, and I do advise that as soon as you finish your studies, make sure that you start working in the field that you have studied. Your chances improve tremendously for work visas, for general skill migration options. But if you have studied something and you're doing a job and working in the supermarket, getting a good salary and doesn't want to change, you're going to be in trouble. So cardinal rule is that whatever you study doesn't matter, practice and find a job in that field, and there'll be a lot of options open for them.
I think you have given a good advice for the current student visa holders, because it's very important for them to find a job in their relevant field. So I think we've discussed some important facts today regarding the 1st of July changes for the student visa holders. I think the students who are viewing this program may have some other questions. So if they want to contact you, how they can contact you, Sanjay?
Yes, they could contact us on www.sanjikaldra.com or get onto our website and make an inquiry through their inquiries web form.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing this valuable information with us through Sri Lanka Morning Show program. Once again, we would like to have you in Sri Lanka Morning Show program to talk about some prevailing topic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tushara.
And the night seems to fade, but the moonlight lingers on. There a wonder for everyone. Yeah, the stars shine so bright, but they're fading after dawn. There is magic in to be. If I had you, my world, I would give it away just to see the girls are playing. Yeah, when I am king, surely I will need a queen and a balance and everything. Yeah, and I am king, and my queen will come down. She'll be waiting in Kingston Town. Oh, good. Kingston Town, the place I long to be. If I had you, my world, I would give it away just to see the girls are playing. Yeah, when I am king, surely I will need a queen and the balance and everything. Yeah, and I am king, and my queen will come down. She'll be waiting in Kingston Town right now. She'll be waiting in Kingston Town. Yeah, yeah, she'll be waiting in Kingston Town. Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka. There's no better place on earth than you. Yeah, I dream of you, Sri Lanka. Yeah, I pray for you, Sri Lanka. My hopes on you.